Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Taboo Marketing, a video blog that exposes the whole truth about marketing. If you're new to our channel, my name is Delia. This is Elmira. We're actually both sisters, both marketers, and here on a mission to unmask the most common yet unspoken realities that marketers face. It's good to have you back. Last time I had to fill the gap with a tree, so it's good to have my partner in crime back and actually have a live human being doing this with me. Welcome back.
It feels really good to be back.
So today we want to discuss a very common challenge that a lot of marketers face, and that challenge being reporting to a non-marketer, so reporting to someone who doesn't have a marketing background. It could be either you are high-level CMO reporting to a CEO, you could be a director level reporting to a C-level executive, or you could be maybe more of a junior marketer working for a smaller company and again reporting to someone who is not a marketer. So it doesn't matter where you are in your career and how senior you are, the situation could be totally relevant to you. So without further delay, let's get started.
So a lot of people today actually think they understand marketing because they consume it every day via digital marketing or social media. Everybody thinks they are a marketer, and especially that applies to people you work with, and specifically your boss. So you're lucky if your boss obviously admits that he doesn't understand marketing, but a lot of times they actually think they do. And that's usually far from reality. So what are potential risks to your boss not understanding what you do? In a short run, you actually might run into problems where you ask to do things without time or resources, and in the long run, this disconnect might create a frustrating relationship with your boss and even compromise your job.
So depending on your boss's profile, they might care about different things and different metrics. So of course, good to know what their background is and to do research to know what type of things they would care about and to better understand them and to better relate to them. So the four main profiles that we've identified that you could potentially report to is someone from a sales background, so like a VP of sales or chief of revenue, someone from product side, so product development or maybe product management, someone from finance, maybe like a controller or a CFO, and of course the most common one being reporting to a CEO. So again, as I said, because they're coming from different sides of the organization, they have different views, they care about different things, and they care about different metrics. So someone from the sales side, they mostly care about the overall revenue pipeline impacted or generated by marketing. So they care about things like conversion rates from campaigns, average sales cycle, and again, what percentage of the overall sales pipeline marketing has generated. So someone from the product side will mostly care about how well received their product is on the market and what the market insights are coming from customers. So the metrics that they care about is general feedback from customers, from a customer advisory board, customer surveys, or anything to do with new product launch campaigns. So someone from finance will mostly care about the bottom line, less so about the sales numbers. So anything to do with metrics that have a dollar value attached to them, those are the metrics they care about. So that being revenue, average deal size, and customer lifetime value as well. And last but not least are the CEOs, and CEOs mostly care about the overall cost of marketing and how it's impacting the bottom line. So mostly revenue and customer acquisition. So the metrics that CEOs mostly care about is opportunities and business won that's generated or impacted by marketing, the cost of those MQLs, cost of opportunities, marketing percentage of the overall customer acquisition cost, and of course the important ratio that I keep talking about and I keep preaching about is the lifetime value to customer acquisition cost ratio.
So now that we know where our management and which background they're coming from, let's look at the actual common challenges that we all face when we're reporting to a non-marketer and how to overcome them. So the first challenge is when your boss expects immediate results from a program, event, or press release. While you obviously can provide a brief answer on how many leads came from this program, and let's face it, some of them generate opportunities only later, you have to remind your boss that it takes at least 6 to 7 touch points to generate a meaningful conversation. And it would be good if you actually had your own company data to back it up. So that way your answer can be backed up by data.
Another common challenge that we've identified when reporting to a non-marketer is when your boss sets unrealistic time frames. How many times have you heard from your boss something like, oh, we can get this website up in less than 4 weeks or something ridiculous like that? So a recommendation here that it's totally cool to admit that marketing can be agile and we can produce things fairly quickly, but they're not always of highest quality. So in this case, we would suggest running a quick risk analysis where you can demonstrate to your boss that risks and implications of a poorly built website, for instance, so high bounce rate, low conversion rate, low SEO rankings, and possibly even poor brand reputation. So when you actually tie the risks to actual tangible implications like leads and opportunities and traffic, your boss might be able to see the project in different light, hopefully be able to see a bigger picture, and hopefully work with you for or on a more reasonable timeline.
The third challenge is when your boss treating some essentials of marketing as nice to haves, like press release or list building or swag. So instead of trying to think how to show ROI on your swag or press release, let's face it, it's hard. I would recommend to reverse the logic and actually show the opportunity loss. So how many people, for example, would walk by your booth and would not be able to see that branded swag? Or how many people would not see that media coverage headline? We can't afford not to do it.
Another common challenge that we thought was interesting and worth mentioning is when your boss sets unrealistic KPIs. How often is it that we're given a number that was calculated somewhere in a silo, and when you ask for the background and how they came to that number, it was pretty much a number thrown on a wall. Sounds familiar? Yep, fun times. So our suggestion and recommendation is to always to be able to be prepared and to calculate your own goals, to have the background and have the educated discussion with your boss based on historical data, and have a better chance of convincing them that potential goals that they're giving to you might be unrealistic, or maybe they are realistic and they're great goals, but without having the background and your own calculations and understanding how they came to that number, you might not be as bought into the goals that you're given.
So to recap, when reporting to a known marketer, first, you should always understand and appreciate their background and try to tailor your arguments to make them more relevant. Secondly, data is everything. You know that it's really hard to argue with something that has a statistical fact. So always have your data to back up your arguments. Risk analysis also goes a long way. So assessing the risk of doing or not doing something can be very powerful. And lastly, always think of the opportunity cost definition, how much it will actually cost you of not doing something.
So that was our video for today. We hope that you enjoyed it and found it useful. And we always want to hear from you. Let us know what your thoughts are and how you feel reporting to a non-marketer, and if you find it challenging. Or maybe you've mastered it and can share with the rest of us the tactics that you use to successfully manage up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to keep up with latest and greatest content that we are producing. And as always, be healthy, be safe, take care of yourself and your loved ones, and we'll see you in our next episode. Thanks everyone. Bye.
Bye.